It is opening night for Skyline Conference basketball, and we lead off with a good one. Henley against Klamath Union at Pell Court. Alongside Josh Eldridge, I'm Matt Bowling. And we start off with a rematch. Well, hang on a second. They're going to go ahead with the national anthem, so we will step aside.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
All right, as I was saying, we start off with a rematch of an all-timer from last year. These teams met in the second to last game of the regular season. The Henley girls and KU girls did. That game ended up having 4 lead changes in the final 30 seconds, last of which was a buzzer-beating 3 by Dianara Pena that was a bit reminiscent of that iconic Kawhi Leonard shot against the 76ers during the 2019 playoffs. Just went off the backboard, off the front rim, off the backboard again, and then rattled in. That ended up handing Henley just their second loss of the season. Gave the Pelicans a share of their first league title since 1990.
It took everything for the Pelicans to come away with that win and then some. Remember, Klamath Union shot extremely well that game, 55% from the field, 50% from 3, and then they needed the luck of the draw on those bounces to beat Henley. And, different looks for both of these teams this year than last year. Henley graduating their leading scorer from last year's game. Klamath Union graduating both of their leading scorers from the last time these two teams met. But, when you get the Pelicans and the Hornets together, a rivalry game here in Klamath Falls, it doesn't get much better than this.
Let's take a look at where both of these teams are as we head into Skyline Conference play. You can see, obviously, everybody's 0-0 in the league so far, but Henley with a strong 8-2 record in non-league play. They're number 3 in 4A, according to the OSAA computer rankings. Klamath Union been a bit more up and down, 5-6. Although the Pelicans have recently strung together some wins after starting the season 1-4. Actually, both of these teams are coming off losses to 5A opponents on Tuesday. Henley lost at Redmond. Klamath Union lost here at Pell Court to Eagle Point. So here we go. Anna Harper versus Andy Harmon for the tip-off, and it is won by the Hornets. Modine ends up being an over and back.
Well, as we talk about the seasons these two teams have had so far, one thing stands out to me that I think favors the Hornets. Klamath Union, they've won their fair share of games this year, right? They're 5-6. They haven't lost, every single one of their wins, their defense has held the other opposing team to 45 points or less. How many times has Henley scored 45 points or less this season? 0 times. And so it's going to take a lot for KU to gut up and come away with the win.
KU gets the offensive board on their first possession. Now Zumwalt drives in, airballs a mid-range, and the Hornets come away with it. On the baseline is Harper. She misses the lay-in. Schroeder fighting for the offensive board, but it goes out of bounds. Oh, tipped and taken away by Fasell. Fasell traveled on the shot. Jasmine Wilson inbounding for the Pelicans. Over to Lisette Wataw. Wilson, guarded by Modine, falls down and is called for the travel. Shade throws to Modine. She creates space for a three that rattles out. Shade comes up with the offensive rebound and lays it in. Full court press for the Hornets. Wilson guarded by Modine. Now Wataw. Fasell reaching in, trying to get it. Zumwalt loses it, recovers. Shade with some tight defense, nearly forces a turnover. And does force Klamath Union to call timeout. 6:31 to go in the first quarter. Henley up 2-0 here at Pell Court.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Klamath Union with possession out of the timeout. It's going to be Farrah Zumwalt to inbound. Finds Wataw. Wilson open for a three. Off the back iron. Rebound tipped. Kept in bounds by Shade. Then she gets fouled trying to bring it up. Preston Shade off to a nice start early. Has the lone bucket. Thrown into the paint for Schroeder. Schroeder double teamed, loses it, gets it back. Too strong on the attempt. And a foul on the floor.
Good defense against Schroeder there by KU. I think that was Harmon who got a hand on that first shot from Michaela. You got to challenge her and you got to be in her face if you want to find a way to stop that freshman.
Foul is on Harper. And Shade almost picks Zumwalt's pocket. Wilson looking to inbound, throws it. Henley touched it last. So we'll try again. Into Wilson. Wilson, Segura, swish.
That was a really nice pass from Wilson. Totally lost the defender on Henley.
Shade in transition, throws up a hook shot that's rebounded by Schroeder. And we got a foul on the baseline. Looks like it's on Zumwalt, so Shade will inbound. Nobody open. She finds Fasell. Fasell gives it back to Shade. Throws it to Harper. Slips past the defender and lays it in.
Great move by Anna. The confidence to get past the defender and take that shot.
Anna Harper in Henley's game at Redmond on Tuesday. She scored the first 11 points of the game. Not just for Henley, for the entire game.
She's like that.
Ended up with 24 for the evening. Lost and recovered by Wata. Shade smacks it out from behind. She gets it back again. Now Jasmine Wilson. Throws it to Zumwalt. Zumwalt in for Harmon. Foul. 2 free throws coming for Andy Harmon. And it's the first foul on Senya Campos. Harmon rattles in the first free throw. Gets the second one to drop, and we're tied at 4. Campos wide open for a 3. Misses off the back iron. Fussell pulls down the rebound. Won't go off the glass. Schroeder, the third try is good.
Can't give the Hornets second and third looks. They'll make you pay for it. That time it was Schroeder.
This is Anissa Jimenez. Odawata. Jimenez. Throws it to Harmon. Harmon fouled on the shot. I think that's going to be on Schroeder. That's her first, Henley's third. 4.5 minutes to go. The foul count is 3-2 in favor of the Pelicans. Harmon knocks down the free throw. Kennedy Modine checks in for Lily Fussell. Well, Andy Harmon was only 1 of 6 from the free throw line in Klamath Union's game against Eagle Point on Tuesday. She's 4 for 4 so far tonight. Campos travels. Jimenez looking to inbound. Stolen by Shade. Modine. Throws it to Harper. Harper driving on Harmon. Throws a shot that's way off. Armijo ahead to Harmon. Too hot. Henley gets it back. Halfway through the first quarter, Shade ahead to Campos. Campos. Harper loses it. Taken away by Jimenez, who is fouled. A collision with Campos, and that's her second foul. Randy Denson needs the timeout. Doesn't really care for what he's seeing. We'll take one too. You're watching Henley basketball on mybasin.com.
Not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, They're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Mariah Miller gets it off the inbound. Jimenez brings it up. Throws it into Armijo. Armijo passes it around Ladner, and it results in a foul. Lisette Wata will shoot 2 free throws to try to put her team in the lead.
Henley now already up to 5 fouls. KU is going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
She shoots, she makes the first one. Second one pops out. Henley can't corral the rebound. Klamath Union gets another shot at it. Jimenez throws it to Armijo, who lays it up. Pelicans take the lead. Well, they extend the lead, 9-6. Modine airmailed that one for Ladner. Schroeder back in for Anna Harper. Here's Jimenez, guarded by Modine. Jimenez, more tight defense. Fussell almost forcing a turnover there. It'll stay with the Pelicans. Jimenez throws it into Oriah Miller. Miller loses it, gets it to Jimenez. Jimenez shakes shade, turnaround won't fall. Putback attempt won't go for Harmon. And Schroeder corrals the board and picks up a foul. It's going to be on Harmon, her first. Third on Klamath Union. Leah Segura and Farrah Zumwalt checking back in for the Pelicans. I think Bella Armijo came back in too. Shade to Ladner. Finds a cutting Schroeder, who powers her way to the hoop. Zumwalt, that's an easy traveling call for the ref. .222 left in the first quarter. Shade. Back out to the perimeter. Tried to get it down low to Schroeder, turns it over. Tight defense there by Segura. Now the other way, and one, Jimenez. Jimenez rattles in the free throw, and it's a 4-point lead for the Pelicans. Modine into the paint, misses off the glass. Schroeder's there for the putback. Armijo looking to drive on Ladner. Fussell comes in to help. Ball comes to Wilson. Wilson floats it to Armijo, who can't haul it in. Pelicans keep it, though. A 3 results in an air ball. And Schroeder grabs the rebound out of bounds. Zumwalt to inbound. Here's Wilson. Wilson tangled up with Shade. And the possession arrow points to Klamath Union. Zumwalt inbounding. Floats it up for Jimenez. Armijo travels. A minute 18 left in the first quarter. Shade finds a lane and scores.
Great aggressive take there by Shade. Just found a lane on the left side there, took it. Something that Henley hasn't really been doing this game so far. They've allowed KU to get their hands in the passing lanes. Well, that's not going to happen if you could just take it in yourself.
Inbound. Goes off the bottom of the backboard, and it's going to be Henley ball. Well, that's one way to force a turnover. Shade to Ladner. Back to Shade in the corner. Shade finds a lane, that time too strong off the glass, but guess who's underneath to put it back in?
That was a tough rebound for Schroeder, too. She wasn't even the first one to touch it.
Shade with the steal and the score, and just like that, Henley is up by 4.
Man, that's how quick it can happen to you if you're KU. You take your foot off the gas for 1 second against these Hornets, and they're going to make you pay quickly.
It's an 8-1 run for Henley. Make it. Oh, well, Schroeder is going to have a chance to make it 10-1.
Well, Schroeder checked out about halfway through this period, and that's when KU started to surge and started to build their little bit of a lead that they had. Well, Schroeder's checked back in, and since then she's had 6 points. She's got 8 for the game so far, and now she's shooting free throws. Most of those also second chance points for the freshman.
She comes into this game having recorded 7 straight double-doubles. Goes 1 for 2 from the line, and Henley commits a foul on the rebound. With the Pelicans in the bonus, that will send Leah Segura to the free throw line.
First free throws for Segura, but as a team, KU is 6 of 7 at the line in this first quarter.
Free throw shooting has been a struggle for the Pelicans for much of this season. Take Tuesday against Eagle Point. They were 6 of 18 from the line.
They've already hit more than that here in about half as many chances.
1 for 2 trip there, rebounded by Fassell. Shot clock is off. Henley could hold for the last shot of the quarter. Shade goes to Schroeder, and it's too easy for her. 6-point lead for the Hornets. 15 seconds left. Segura, turnaround, way off. Ladner the board. 6 seconds. Pass is tipped. Comes to Shade. Underneath Schroeder at the buzzer. There you go. And that is how we end the first quarter. An 8-point lead for the Hornets. Although it took them a little while to find their footing. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Henley closed the first quarter on a 13-2 run, and they get the ball to start the second. Here's Vassell, tied up with Zumwalt. The possession arrow favors Klamath Union. Modine guarding the inbound. Vassell took it back for a moment, but she stepped out of bounds. Inbound tipped. Again, it's Vassell. Miller trying to inbound, finally gets it into Zumwalt. Armijo looking to drive, flips it to Harmon, who misses the lay-in. Schroeder fighting for the rebound. It goes down as a tie-up. Possession arrow points to Henley. Well, Schroeder finished the first quarter with 13 points. As Shade puts it up and in to make it the biggest lead so far for Henley.
That was a great shake and score there for Shade. You talked about Schroeder's 13. Shade right now has 8.
We mentioned Anna Harper with a big first quarter against Redmond on Tuesday. She had 15. And now it's her postmate Schroeder stepping up here. Vassell's shot is bothered, and Klamath Union recovers. Trying to get on a fast break is Miller. She misses underneath. Modine to Vassell. Vassell pulls up, off the glass and in.
Does such a good job of picking a spot on the floor, getting there and pulling up. It's one of Vassell's really good strengths. Not always off the catch and shoot. She can pull up on you like that. She'll check out here. Senya Campos comes in.
Well, they initially called that a tie-up. Now they're changing it to a foul on Shade. Into Armijo, now Harmon. Zumwalt. Bouncing it underneath to Wata. Strong bucket for the sophomore. Shade, too strong. Schroeder gets the rebound through 3 defenders and draws a foul.
It's almost like you've seen that happen before. It's impressive, man, just watching her on the glass. Second trip to the line here for Schroeder. She's 1 of 2 in her previous trip.
Makes the first one. I mean, we've been saying this since volleyball season when she led Henley in blocks and kills and was first team all Skyline Conference. I can't believe this is year 1 of 4. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Wilson to Harmon. On the block, Wata, another tough bucket for her. Lisette Wata, the lone underclassman on the Klamath Union varsity roster, doing all she can to get the Pelicans back into this game.
Yeah, right now she's leading the team in scoring. She's got 5 points. A couple of made field goals and a free throw for Lisette.
Wilson inbounding to Armijo. Up to Wilson, who has her pocket picked by Shade. Shade sends it out of bounds off of Wilson to give Henley an inbound. One thing you notice about this Henley team, they excel in tight spaces.
No doubt. They're hard to keep trapped. Even if you can get them in that position, they don't stay there for long. Very intelligent to beat the press, beat a double team. It's a well-coached ball club. There's no doubt about that.
Harper draws a shooting foul. It's the second on Andy Harmon. Makes the first one. Harmon's going to check out now for Armijo.
Remember last year this time, Anna Harper was not with the Hornets. Missed the game that we kind of talked about, was the really intense buzzer-beating win for KU. So now it's Harper's chance to get back out on the floor against the Pels.
Armijo too high for Wataw. 5:40 to go in the first half. Henley with a 10-point lead. Here's Shade. Shade weaving her way through the defense. And a tremendous bucket for her. Armijo looking to answer on the other end. Has it blocked by Harper. Oh, little friendly fire collision between Harper and Shade results in a traveling call.
I'm not really sure who even had possession of the basketball for that to be a travel. I don't really know.
Wilson, turnaround, too strong. Zumwalt gets the board. Up top, Armijo. Kicking it to Jimenez. Jimenez intercepted by Harper. She can't keep control of it, though. Jimenez underneath. Rebounded by Schroeder. Shade, the dish to Fasel. Now Campos. She'll look to drive. Campos gets tied up, has it taken away by Jimenez, who is then called for a travel. Bit of a lucky break there for Campos and the Hornets, as Anna Harper checks out. Shade looking to inbound. Tries Schroeder, it's tipped. Shade gets it back, puts it up, misses, gets her own miss, misses again. And Segura grabs the rebounds. Foul against Armijo, and it's going to be on Shade. Scoreboard says that's her first. But I feel like she's had at least one other. Either way, foul count this quarter is now even at 2 apiece. Armijo disrupted, gets it to Segura. Back out to Jimenez. Up top is Wilson, and she travels. Kennedy Modine brings it up. Briefly dispossessed, but gets it back. Trying to shake Zumwalt, charges to the basket and draws a foul.
Haven't seen too much of Kennedy so far tonight. No points yet, but it's a good chance at the free throw line, her first trip here.
That's the second foul on Bella Armijo. Third on Klamath Union. Modine goes 2 for 2, giving the Hornets a 14-point lead. And Ladner forces a turnover on the inbound. Henley gives it right back, though, and then they get it back. Modine tries to whip it down low, but it's off target for Schroeder. Jasmine Wilson. Intercepted by Campos. Outlet pass could not be corralled by Modine. Both teams with a litany of turnovers in about the last minute. Miller to inbound. Looking, gets it to Wata, who has it taken from her. Vassell gets it back and lays it in.
Great feed by Ladner to pick up that loose ball and get it right back to Lilly under the basket. Heads up play and a good score there for the Hornets.
Jimenez looking to inbound. Almost stolen again. Comes to Miller. Now Jimenez. Picked up by Campos. Mishandled by Wata and out of bounds. Modine hands it to Campos. She pulls a three and misses. Harmon grabs the board. Gets it up to Armijo. Armijo tries to fake out Ladner but travels. .257 left in the first half. Henley with a 16-point lead. Hornets in control of this one after a bit of a shaky start. Here's Vassell, looking for Schroeder, has it tipped and turned over. Wata powering in for the layup on the other end. Finished that one through contact. Campos finds a lane, too strong, but a foul is called. Two free throws coming for Senya Campos. Honorable mention All-State last season. This is the first. Younger sister of Annie Campos, who was the 4A Player of the Year last season, led Henley in every statistical category. Now playing at Oregon Tech. Here's Jimenez, the finger roll. Henley's lead reduced to 12. Wide open on the baseline is Vassell, but the jumper pops out. Harper misses the second chance, and Zumwalt grabs the board. Segura. Harmon. Back to Zumwalt. Zumwalt trying to drive on Shade. Shade goes down guarding Harmon, but she can't complete the layup. She does get the second chance to fall. Klamath Union now putting together a bit of a run. Shade with space, hands it to Schroeder. She pulls it out, gets fouled, and the basket counts.
That was a great feed by Preston Shade there. Got Schroeder the ball in just about the only place she could, and then spinning around to score. Schroeder with the bucket and the foul. She is 2 for 4 from the line so far today.
She had to pull that away from a defender. Could have been a turnover. Zumwalt into Harmon. Can't score over Schroeder, and Klamath Union called for a foul on the rebound. Preston Shade can get this to back up to a 14-point lead for Henley with 1:22 to go in the first half.
She's got 10 points so far. Here's her first free throw. There you go.
Shade 1 for 2, but it comes back to her. And she'll take the 2 for 1.
Great take, too. A floater from a little bit less than 10 feet out. Nice shot by Preston.
Almost turned over. Shade keeps it in, but nobody from Henley there to get it. Vassell guarding Jimenez. Pass off target for Zumwalt, and Henley gets it back with 48.3 seconds to go. Harper with a lane, and one. Harper, also an honorable mention All-State pick last season.
How about the coaching matchup? Both coaches of the year on the floor today, too. A lot of gold here between the Pels and the Hornets.
Pass ends up out of bounds, and another turnover. .25 seconds left. Here's Shade. Hands it to Campos. Campos down low. Shade scores.
Credit the assist to Senya Campos there. A fantastic find to Shade right in the middle of the paint.
Klamath Union trying to get the last shot. Wata misses the 3. Schroeder the board. Not sure if they're going to have time to get anything off. Half-court heave. Oh, man. Preston Shade. Oh, that was close. And we end the first half with Henley up 20 here at Pell Court. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. We will get you your first half scoring after this break here on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Well, Henley closed the first quarter on a 13-2 run. They closed the second on a 10-0 run and lead 43-23 at halftime here at Klamath Union. Josh, I think you mentioned in pregame the Pelicans held all of the teams they beat to 45 points or fewer.
That's right.
Well, it's going to be pretty hard for them to do that here in this one.
Yeah, I'd take the over if I was a betting man on that one for sure. It's been the Michaela Schroeder and Preston Shade show so far. I'll go ahead and give you the leading scores. Michaela with 17 points in the first half. Preston with 15. Then the Hornets are also helped out by Anna Harper with 5. Lily Fassell has 4. Kennedy Modine has 2. Those are your scores for the Hornets. Lady Pelicans have spread the scoring out a little bit. Lisette Wata has 7. Andy Harmon with 6. 5 for Anissa Jimenez. 3 for Leia Segura. And 2 for Isabella Armijo. Your scores for the Pels.
I mean, as we mentioned, Henley just off to a bit of a shaky start. And that can happen sometimes in these rivalry games. You wonder if, just being back here at Pell Court after the way last year's game ended, getting that buzzer beater and getting the court stormed on them, maybe a little bit of lingering nerves, even subconsciously. That can have an effect. But they certainly seem to have got it figured out so far.
And this is just a hard place to play. I mean, the fans are quite literally right on top of you when you're on the floor. The student section is basically on the floor. They're only 3 rows deep. They're jumping up and down. I know they're hard to see because they're all wearing camo across the way. But, I mean, this is a hard place to play. And Klamath Union came out really explosive. They were playing fast on offense. They didn't allow the Henley defense to really get set up. And so once they kind of slowed down, Coach Denson called a timeout, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes somewhere in there into that first quarter. Well, then the game started to slow down. Henley can get back in defense. They can be aggressive on the boards, and that's when they started to separate themselves. They went on a big run at the end of the first quarter. They went on a big run at the end of the second quarter as well. It's just what they do.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about Preston Shade. This is interesting. We're seeing her in places that we haven't seen her very much this season. She's gotten herself into the paint a few times to get those buckets.
Oh, she's finding really good cutting lanes on both sides of the block. She hasn't gone baseline too much, but she's just finding room in the paint to maneuver around. And that could be hard sometimes when you have Anna Harper and Michaela Schroeder already taking up so much room in there. But, man, she's found good spots. She's taken good shots. She's passed well, too. I'm sure she has a couple of assists. We're not keeping track of that. But 15 points in the first half. And, boy, she looks really good out there.
Henley, the number 3 team in 4A, according to the OSAA computer rankings, trying to get off to a 1-0 start in Skyline Conference play. And this is the first of 3 matchups that we're going to see this season between the Hornets and the Pelicans. We discussed this last night a little bit on our show, Ballin' in the Basin. The Skyline Conference has expanded from 8 conference games to 12. So each team is going to play each other 3 times now as opposed to 2.
Yeah, I like this. We've been kind of playing around with the schedule ever since North Valley left the conference a couple of years ago. And I love playing teams 3 times. There's a couple other leagues in Oregon that do this too. And you really get a full season series. And you can claim, especially in these rivalry games, a little bit of bragging rights. You brought that up last night. And it's also hard to beat teams 3 times in a season. And so it opens the door for maybe you don't need a perfect season to win the conference this year, whereas it has felt like that in years past. You're 8-2. You're fighting for your life still at the end of the season. It might not be like that this year.
We're going to take another break. We got about 3.5 minutes on the halftime clock. When we come back, maybe give you a little bit of a preview of the boys game, who you just saw there warming up. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Halftime coming to a close here at Klamath Union. Henley girls with a pretty comfortable lead, up by 20. We'll have the boys game right after this, and we expect that game to be quite a bit closer than this one.
Yeah, both teams are under 500 right now, and they're both sort of, I think, still trying to figure out who they are. Henley has had trouble scoring the basketball for the most part this season, but boy, they scored a boatload of points earlier this week when they beat Lapine by 39. And Klamath Union has the potential to score a ton of points. They've scored 70 twice, but they've also been held under 40 a couple times as well. So they're up and down. It should be a really competitive game, a rivalry game here at Pell Court. Like I said, it does not get much better than the Hornets and the Pels meeting up.
That game was scheduled for a 7:30 start. Might make that time. Henley does need 10 more points to get this to a running clock for the fourth quarter. Modine pulls a three that misses. Underneath Schroeder, the offensive board, rips it away from two defenders, gets it back to Modine. Layup won't fall. This is Wilson. Throws it to Harmon. Harmon trying to drive on Schroeder, comes up well short on the shot. Shade intercepts the pass on the rebound. Harper the dish to Facel, who finds a lane and one. That is the third foul on Andy Harmon. And she's going to check out for Bella Armijo. Facel misses the free throw, chases down the board, runs over Lisette Waton, gets called for the charge. Zumwalt Dribbles it out of bounds. Inbound to Shade. Hands it to Harper. Harper to Fasell. Back to Harper. Back out to Fasell. Finds the baseline and scores.
Great job of a pump fake. Got the defender to jump and just took it inside to score.
Blocking foul called on Fasell. And Henley can't believe that.
Took the official a moment to make up his mind. And Fasell's helped up by her teammates.
Oh, looks like she bumped her head there.
Yeah, they might take her out just to be careful for a moment. But she's walking. She looks okay. Hoping the best for Lily here.
Set Wata will inbound for the Pelicans. Get it to Wilson. Segura. Mishandled and out of bounds. Last touched by the Pelicans. Anissa Jimenez checks back in for Leah Segura. Shade brings it up. Shade tried to bounce it to Schroeder, but it's out of bounds. Zumwalt into Jimenez. Shade trying to sneak up on her. Baseline feed, Wata misses. Taken the other way by Harper, loses it behind the back, but Ladner recovers it. Shade, down low, Schroeder, misses. Henley will get the inbound though.
Schroeder taking some serious contact there too, but it doesn't look like she feels it, not getting a whistle. But here she goes on the inbound.
Back to Schroeder, misses the pop-up. And now the pass is too far ahead of Anissa Jimenez. 5:47 to go in the third quarter.
Klamath Union still looking for their first points this half.
Shade hands it to Modine. She tries a three, misses. Shade able to tap the rebound away from Zumwalt. Gets it to Schroeder. Man.
What a move. I mean, like a step back mid-range from inside the paint. I mean, come on.
Somehow she still finds a way to surprise you. Like just when you think you've seen her entire bag, she will go and do something like that. Foul is called on Zumwalt, and it will send Shade to the free throw line.
Shade had 15 first half points. Only one of those came at the free throw line. These will be her third and fourth of the game.
Shade was second team All-State in soccer this fall. Helped Henley win its first playoff game since 2015.
Want to make another note, Matt. We just saw Lily Fasell check back into the game after leaving, bumping her head, so she's back out there and seemingly ready to go.
Shade goes 2 for 2 from the line. Henley up by 28. And they get another turnover. .503 to go in the third quarter. As you said, Josh, Klamath Union still looking for their first points. Well, the Hornets have scored 8. Campos drives, has it swiped from her. Wilson the steal. Shade contesting, forces the miss. Jimenez gets the putback to fall. Open for three. Fasel has it rattle out. Wilson the board. Ahead to Miller. Plenty of room for a three. That one misses. Shade. To Campos. Oh, she loses it between her legs. Taken by Wata. Now Wilson. Wilson for three. That one won't go. Schroeder brings it up. Hands it to Shade. Shade gets a screen from Ladner. Fires to Schroeder. Schroeder loses it, gets it back, draws a foul. I mean, you've just got to double team her every time she gets it in the paint.
Yeah, there's really no other way to do it. She's more than likely going to beat you one-on-one, but then who do you leave open? Do you leave Lily open, Preston? Definitely not Senya. I'm not sure who you do.
And that is what makes this Henley team so hard to beat. And their only two losses so far are to top 10 teams in 5A. Crater, the number 1 team in that classification, and Redmond, number 7. Both of those were road games, too. Schroeder goes 2 for 2 from the line.
Those two put her at 21 for the game so far.
Orion Miller into the paint. Jimenez travels. Here's Shade. Shade with a drive. Too high off the glass. Armijo over to Jimenez. Jimenez splits the defense, misses the layup. Armijo grabs the offensive board. Taps it to Jimenez. This is Miller. Tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Pelicans. Schroeder and Shade checking out for Modine and Harper. Kaylin Vanerath is into the game for Klamath Union, and she can't corral the rebound. Ends up as a turnover. She's one-on-one with Campos, and Campos scores. I was going to say, Vanerath, a JV swinger, getting some varsity minutes tonight. Had a bit of a rough go of it on that possession. Miller. Armijo. Armijo drives. Can't finish. Fight for the rebound. It's a tie-up, and the possession arrow points to Klamath Union. .223 to go in the third quarter. Miller looking to inbound. Gets it into Jimenez. Mid-range, rattles in. Modine fires ahead to Harper. Too strong on the layup. Vanerath ahead to Jimenez. Jimenez can't score on Campos. Here's Ladner. Ladner loses it. Miller's dispossessed. Fasel and one.
That bucket puts Lily at 10 points for the ball game. Still looking for her first make here at the free throw line. She's missed her only other attempt.
3 subs in for Klamath Union. Harmon, Miller, and Zumwalt. John Nahar was Trying to plead his case to the ref there. I think he thought Henley should have been called for a foul at some point during that sequence. Miller to Zumwalt. 1:45 left in the third quarter. Araya Miller back out to Zumwalt. Zumwalt taken away by Fassell. Fassell travels though. Henley would have had, I think, about a 3-on-1 there. Zumwalt, guarded by Shade, spins away from her. Throws it right to Anna Harper. Foul is called. It's on Shade. Shade doesn't seem to be entirely sure what she did. Timeout called by Klamath Union. 1:23 to go in the third quarter. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com. Klamath Union with possession out of the timeout. Miller throws it into Segura. Foul on the turnaround. 2 free throws coming for Leah Segura. She rattles in the first one. Michaela Schroeder checking back in for Anna Harper. That foul on Harper was her third. Although I'm not sure Henley really cares too much who's in foul trouble at this point. Segura 2 for 2 from the line. Shade with a lane, scores. Segura on Ladner, puts up an air ball. Schroeder gets the rebound, but she's out of bounds. Jasmine Wilson checking in, replacing Araya Miller. Wilson looking, throws it to Segura. Out of bounds, last touched by Segura, and it's Henley ball. Just a hair under a minute. Shade hands it to Modine. Modine down low to Schroeder. Schroeder double teamed back out to Shade. Modine open for a 3. No good. Fassell skies in for the rebound and draws a foul. I think that might have been Henley basketball in a nutshell, Josh.
Yeah. Well, you double team Schroeder, and they find an open look for 3, so there was that open look there, and then you get the second chance points. Well, second chance of points here for Lily.
Shade checking out now for Campos. As Fassell's second free throw pops out, but there's Schroeder.
How about that for Henley basketball?
Jasmine Wilson spins away from Modine, creates space for a shot that won't fall. Kept in, and there's a second chance opportunity for Leia Segura.
Nice feed there by Lisette Wata. She was left by herself, but found an open player underneath. They opted for the better shot.
Modine gets fouled on the drive. Henley now in the bonus. So she will shoot 2.
Modine's got 2 points tonight, each of them at the free throw line. These will be her third and fourth looks from the stripe so far.
Misses the first one. Well, Henley's last game at the Sisters Shootout back on January 4th against 3A Valley Catholic. Valiant's put together a strong upset bid. They had the chance to tie it. Got possession with 7.5 seconds left, but Modine absolutely put the clamps on their three-point shooter. Forced her into a bad shot that was really nowhere close. And Henley escaped. Jimenez misses on the other end. Schroeder gets the board. 3 seconds left. Senya Campos probably did not need to shoot it that early. But it doesn't make much of a difference. Henley still ends the third quarter with a 33-point lead here at Klamath Union. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley up 33 to start the fourth quarter, so we will have a running clock the rest of the way.
Hornets student section here to the left of us in their Hawaiian gear. They're making themselves known, starting the Hornets chants in the enemy's gym. It's always nice when you can pack it. It kind of feels like the Hornets have outdrew the Pelicans fans here inside Pel Court. You can't see it on the live stream. All the Hornets fans are behind us, but there's not too many open seats left.
I'd have to agree with you. Here's Senya Campos. Modine, long three, off the mark. Jimenez chases down the board. Jimenez almost taken away by Harper. Segura able to recover. Now Fasell does take it away. Fasell misses. Jimenez gets it. Zumwalt bounces it to Segura. It's taken away by Shade. She ends up turning it back over, though. Zumwalt, Segura runs over Campos, has it blocked by Fasell, and a tie-up is called. Possession arrow points to the Pelicans. Wata inbounds to Jimenez. This is Armijo. Zumwalt, long two, off the mark. Here's Shade. Kicks to Modine. Thought about a three, instead will drive. Scoop shot, misses. Last touched by Klamath Union, though. Campos looking to inbound, throws it up to Modine. Campos gets it back. Looking for a lane, finds one, fouled. Clock does stop on free throws. 5:56 remaining. Campos knocks down the first free throw. Triple sub for Klamath Union. Harmon, Miller, and Wilson back in. Campos goes 2 for 2. Pelicans have 8 points so far this half, and they turn it over. Fasell. Hard foul by Wilson. Some more free throws for Fasell. Are they going to say that wasn't a shooting foul?
Don't know how that couldn't be.
Into Anna Harper.
She'll take the 2 anyway.
Yeah. Lays it up easily. Armijo stolen by Campos. Campos over to Modine, open for a 3, off the mark. Comes back to her. She throws it to Shade. Shade into the paint. Now to Modine, now Harper. Harper, a tough bucket. Wilson to Armijo, looking for Harmon, and she beats Harper for a layup.
It's now 8 points for Harmon, only her first made bucket in this half.
Fasell double teamed, it ends up as a tie-up. Looks like a quadruple sub for Henley. Brooklyn Conrad, Spur Barney Smith, Cadence Nelson, and Madeline Stronowski into the game for Henley. 3 won't fall there for Conrad. Here's Armijo with a lane. Can't finish. Campos the board. Campos looking for Nelson. Has it tapped out of bounds. Campos to inbound. Campos looking, finds Barney Smith. Barney Smith loses it, taken away by Jimenez. Wilson to Miller. Wilson. Fouled. 3 minutes even to go here in the fourth quarter. Jimenez into Wilson. Wilson puts it up, rolls off the rim. Stronowski grabs the board. She's in some trouble, able to get it to Campos. Campos full speed ahead. Fouled. Andy Harmon will foul out.
Harmon will exit the game with 8 points on the evening. Leia Segura checks in.
Campos rattles in the first free throw. Two for two. 2:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Wilson throws it to Armijo. Guarded by Barney Smith. Open for a top of the key 3 is Wilson. She can't hit it. Stronowski grabs the rebound. Campos will bring it up. Campos through the defense, misses the shot. Armijo gonna call Brooklyn Conrad for the foul there. So Bella Armijo will shoot 2. Armijo misses the first one. 1:20 on the clock. Makes the second. Shade ahead to an open Barney Smith. Her three won't go. Putback misses. Another chance gets in for Cadence Nelson. Armijo a drive, misses. Putback is in for Segura. Shade. Baseline. Looking for Nelson, it was intercepted. Barney Smith tried to take it away but couldn't keep it in bounds. Wilson pulls a 3, misses. Nelson the rebound. Shade can just dribble it out as Henley avenges their loss on this court last season and then some. They match they score their second most points of the season to put the running clock on Klamath Union. We'll take a break, get you your final scoring. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Henley opens Skyline Conference play in dominant fashion, 74-36 over Klamath Union here tonight. Josh Eldridge has our final scoring.
Michaela Schroeder led the Hornets in points, 23 tonight for her, 19 for Preston Shade. Lily Fasell scored 12. Anna Harper had 9. 6 points for Senya Campos, 3 for Kennedy Modine, and 2 for Cadence Nelson. That's it for Henley. For Klamath Union, a couple of girls scored 9 points. Anissa Jimenez and Leia Segura each with 9. 8 for Andy Harmon, 7 for Lisette Wata, and 3 for Isabella Armijo. Your scores for the Pelicans.
19 is season high for Preston Shade. Might be a career high. I will have to go back and check last season's records on that. But, I mean, just all-around domination by Henley after a fairly shaky start. I mean, held Klamath Union to 13 total points in the second half. That's usually going to get the job done.
Yeah, no doubt. How about this, though? We kind of noticed this in our commercial break there. Neither team made a 3 tonight. If you could score 74 points without knocking down a triple, yeah, that feels pretty good.
So we've got a little under 15 minutes until the start of the boys' game. We'll step aside and get ourselves set for that one. Be sure to stay tuned. That one should be a lot closer than the girls' game was.
Yeah, we're in for a competitive nightcap this evening at Pell Court.
All right, we'll be back in a little under 10 minutes probably here on mybasin.com. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Basketball tonight on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. And also welcome to the Skyline Conference League opener. The Hornets begin on the road in Pelican Country at Klamath Union High School at Pell Court. Josh Eldridge with you. Alongside me is Matt Bowling. Tonight ready for a competitive contest between two crosstown rivals. These schools separated by less than 10 miles, about 15 minutes apart, and always a great night when the Pels and the Hornets get together in the Skyline Conference. We're going to take a look at where these teams are heading into conference play today. We'll also introduce you to the starting lineups and get ready for tip-off as we get closer to Henley basketball tonight on the road at Klamath Union High School here on 104.3 and 960 Sports with free HD video on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Welcome back to Henley Basketball, 104.3 and 960 Sports, and also on mybasin.com. My name is Josh Eldridge. Matt Bowling to my right, ready for the Skyline Conference League opener between the Henley Hornets and the Klamath Union Pelicans. Let's take a look at where these teams were heading into conference play today. Of course, Henley and Klamath Union right now in 3-4. Heading the conference is Hidden Valley, 8-4. Phoenix, 6-5. Mentioned the Hornets and the Pelicans. Mazama rounding out the list, 3-7. One other game going on in the Skyline Conference tonight. The Hidden Valley Mustangs are visiting the Phoenix Pirates. So the teams that I think were probably the favorites coming into the conference slate are playing each other to start the year. And boy, we got a really evenly matched one. At least we think so in front of us here tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting. You look at the rankings. Hidden Valley 13, Phoenix 19, Henley 22, Klamath Union 25. So if things play out in Skyline Conference play according to those rankings, tonight we could see the beginning of the battle for first place between Hidden Valley and Phoenix, and a battle for third place between Henley and Klamath Union. Of course, the Skyline Conference, like all the other conferences in 4A, gets 3 playoff spots. So getting into that third spot would guarantee one of these teams a play-in bid. The other would potentially have to wait it out and try to get an at-large bid, although if their rankings can't improve, that's not going to be likely.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the new look of the Skyline Conference this year. 3 games against all the teams in your league. So first of 3 meetings tonight between the Pels and the Hornets. I like it. I like seeing these teams go at each other 3 times.
It is interesting. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a high school conference where the teams played each other 3 times. I'm definitely used to 2 times, a little home and away action. But, yeah, I think that does make things a bit more interesting here because, you mentioned this before the girls' game. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. So it could be really interesting to see, what kind of upsets happen with this new format.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting season ahead, and it all begins tonight in the Skyline Conference. The Hornets on the road here at Klamath Union High School. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups next on 104.3 and 960 Sports. You've also got us live on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you for the Skyline Conference opener as the Hornets get ready to take on the Klamath Union Pelicans. Just about ready to meet our starting lineups tonight as announced by the public address announcer and Klamath Union track and field coach Rob Kaufman. And I'm going to assume we're going to meet the starting 5 first for the visiting Henley Hornets tonight, wearing their yellow road uniforms with Henley written across their chest in white numbers on their back and black trim. We'll starting a senior, number 4, Bryson Montag. Number 12, a junior, Reese Schmerbach. Number 14, a sophomore, Micah Ibarra. Number 24, a senior, Nolan Mick. And number 32, a sophomore, Corbin Hamilton. The Henley Hornets are coached by Brian Stock in his first season. He's assisted by Dylan Woodrum and Blake Loney. Now let's meet the starting 5 for the Klamath Union Pelicans. Wearing their white home uniforms this evening with Pels written across the chest in red and red numbers across their back with black trim. Starting a senior, number 0, Malcolm Lassett-Hankins. Number 1, a senior, Bryce Peterson. Number 10, a senior, Ryan Glidden. A junior, number 11, Landon Bogate. And the senior, number 30, Grafton Wata. The Pelicans are coached by Ed Case in his 7th season. He's assisted by Evan Gallagher, Liston Case, and Jacob Cook. Our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Basketball Officials Association, it's Cooper Roberts, Craig Connor, and Jeff Sturgeon. All right, here we go. In the circle is Nolan Mick and Landon Bogate. It's going to be the Pels who control the opening tip. They go from right to left. Here's Bryce Peterson guarded by Ibarra at half court. Peterson throws it over to Bogate, now on the right wing, guarded by Mick. Puts it on the deck. Now has it straight away into the hands of Peterson. Throws it to Wata on the right wing, picked up by Montag. Tries to dump it underneath to Glidden on the right block. Goes up with the shot, rolls off, no. Lassette Hankins with the rebound. His putback won't go. The ball goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Pels. It'll be Peterson to inbound. He's going to get it quickly to Wata. Wata, right-handed floater falls, and that's how we get things started tonight with a right-handed floater from Grafton Wata. Pels lead 2-0, 7.5 to go in the first quarter. Mike Ibarra now into the front court, guarded by Lassette Hankins. Here's Schmerbach. Schmerbach picks it up on the right wing, drives inside, leaves the layup short, and the rebound goes out. Last touched by Montag. The Pels will get possession. Ibarra pressuring Peterson up the floor. Hornets with a light full court press here. Here it is into the hands of Bogate at the free throw line. Dumps it underneath to Wata. Too strong on the lay-in, and Montag cleans up the miss. Ahead to Schmerbach, now on the right side. Throws it to Mick on the elbow. Mick loses it. It's picked up by Lassette Hankins. Pels outnumbered in transition. They'll slow it down. Now into the hands of Peterson. Peterson whips it over to Bogate, and he'll travel. Great turnout tonight in Pelican country. Quite a few Hornets fans behind us in the gym. A few less Pelican fans across the way. Student sections turning out in mass tonight. And the Hornets getting ready to cross the timeline. It's Ibarra. Ibarra has it head of the key, guarded by Lassette Hankins. Bounces it to Reese Schmerbach on the right wing. Schmerbach now to Mick, straight away into the hands of Ibarra on the left side. Ibarra pump fake left side, now dumps it underneath to Hamilton. Hamilton tries to go to work in the paint. Shot from 10 falls. Corbin Hamilton answers with a bucket, and we're tied at 2 with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Lassette Hankins tried to get the ball up. It's tipped out by Montag as the Hornets continue to press. It's a 12-point outing for Corbin Hamilton. Last time out for the Hornets, coming off an 80-41 win against Lapine back on Tuesday. Pels, meantime, coming off a loss on Tuesday. Here's Lassette Hankins on the right side. Now to Grafton Wata straight away. He takes a contested three, leaves it well short. Ibarra with the miss. Now into the hands of Schmerbach. Schmerbach brings it up along the right side. Now out to Mick. Mick driving inside. His shot is blocked from behind by Wata. Loose ball picked up by Ibarra. Tries to use the glass. No. Hornets get back the miss. Into the hands of Hamilton. Corner three won't go. And now Bogate with the rebound for the Pels. Here they come. Lassette Hankins on the left wing. Guarded by Schmerbach. Loses it for a moment. Recollects. Now Wata straight away. Tries to drive the right lane. And a whistle. They're going to charge Montag with the foul. Should be on the floor. It's the first foul for Henley. And the first for Bryson as well. Tied up at 2. 5:38 to go in the first quarter. Lassette Hankins to inbound in front of the Klamath Union student section, dressed in their camo theme night. Here's Lassette Hankins, now to Bogate left wing. Bogate guarded by Mick, tries to drive on the left side. Left block jumper, high arcing shot falls for Landon Bogate. Pels take a 4-2 lead, 5.5 to go in the first. Montag now to the front court for the Hornets, back to Schmerbach. Schmerbach guarded tightly by Peterson, gets rid of it to Mick, fires it to Ibarra, now in the corner to Montag. Montag tries to go baseline against Wata, stops underneath the cup, kicks it out to Mick, now to Ibarra. Ibarra loses it, picked up by Mick, 16 to shoot for the Hornets. Into the corner to Hamilton. Hamilton dumps it underneath to Montag. Turnaround right-hand floater is good for Bryson Montag. Ties us back up at 4 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Bogate brings it along the near side. He turns it over. The press works for the Hornets there. Pass into the front court. It's tipped out by the Pels. And the Hornets will have it. Timeout is called by Coach Ed Case. Will take it. 4:49 to go in the first quarter. 4-all here at the Skyline Conference League Opener on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. 4:49 to go in the first quarter, tied up at 4. Hornets inbound to Bryson Montag. He kicks it out to Hamilton. Hamilton throws it to Carson Sims, who's checked into the game. Sims now to Schmerbach to Ibarra, now right wing. Bounces it to Montag in the corner. Now underneath to Hamilton. Hamilton at the baseline, kicks it to Sims. Sims driving inside, now to Montag. Montag back out to Sims. Ball poked out of bounds by Wata. So the Hornets will inbound with 17 to shoot. Inbound pass is to Montag. Montag hands it to Ibarra. Ibarra throws it to Sims straight away. Sims now to Schmerbach on the far side. Steps left, now drives right to Ibarra. Ibarra, left elbow jumpers, left short. Rebound goes to Peterson. And here come the Pels. Fires it ahead to Wata. Wata driving in, skates past the defender and lays it in. 4 points for Grafton Wata. His team now leads by 2. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Ibarra into the front court for the Hornets. Now to Sims in the corner. Sims bounces it to Hamilton at the baseline. Goes to work underneath against Glidden. Can't lay it in. Rebound picked up by Peterson. Pels pushing the pace into the hands of Lassett Hankins, and he lays it in transition. Now KU up 8-4. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Ibarra getting ahead for the Hornets. Dribbles with his left. Throws it to Sims on the far side. Sims now over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach has it extended beyond the arc, straight away, now to Ibarra. Ibarra back to Sims. Sims takes a screen left, gives it back to Schmerbach, drives the right side, goes up with a tough shot, he gets fouled, it hung on the rim, did not go. So Reese Schmerbach going to be shooting a couple of free throws. First free throw for Reese is good. Hornets getting their first free throws in the first quarter for quite some time. Up at the tournament in Sisters, where the Hornets were 0-3, they often didn't get to start shooting free throws until the second half. And so good to see Reese with an aggressive take, and he splits his trip at the line. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Hornets. And so our score now 8-5. KU in front, 3:17 to go in the first quarter. Wata to inbound in front of the KU student section. Here's Lassett Hankins now. He'll fire it ahead to Peterson. Left alone for a corner three. Too strong. Rebound back up and in by Ryan Glidden. Mike Ibarra now bringing it up again for Henley as they trail by 5. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ibarra knifes it between his legs, then bounces it to Bennett. Bennett also goes between the legs, now to Sims straight away. Sims to Hamilton on the left wing. Hamilton trying to find room inside. Kicks it out to Schmerbach in the near corner. Schmerbach guarded closely by Peterson. Brings it back around straight to the key. Falls on the deck. Loses it for a moment. Now to Sims. Sims back to Schmerbach. Schmerbach driving the left side. Goes up with the shot. Denied by Grafton Wata at the cup. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Pels. So is 6 to shoot. The Hornets maintain possession. Bryson Montag checking in. Who's he going to come in for? It's Schmerbach heading to the bench. All right, Ibarra to inbound. Hornets again have 6 to shoot. They're going to get it into Hamilton quickly. Hamilton brings it into the near corner. Now 3 seconds. Henley has to come up with a shot, and they're not going to get one off. So shot clock violation, and the Pels going to inbound. Lassett Hankins ahead to Bogate. Back to Lassett Hankins, and he'll cross the timeline for the Pels. Guarded by Bennett. Has it head of the key. Now to Bogate right side. Bogate guarded by Sims. Tries to bring it down Main Street. Spins around at the free throw line. Then kicks it over to Lassett Hankins. Along 2. No. And the rebound picked up by Hamilton. Here come the Hornets. Micah Ibarra with it. Brings it head of the key. Throws it over to Montag. Montag puts it on the deck. Back to Ibarra. Catch and shoot 3. Back iron no. And the rebound picked up by Hamilton. He'll be fouled on the floor. Second team foul for the Pelicans. 1:58 to go in the first quarter. And it's KU, the home team, leading 10-5. Got a sub coming in for Klamath Union. Tilden Kaufman in for Lassett Hankins. And again, Ibarra to inbound. Bounces it quickly to Hamilton in the far corner. Into the hands of Sims. It's poked out, but last touched by Peterson. Now inbounding on the far sideline is Ibarra. He's going to bounce it to Montag, well beyond the arc, extended on the left side. Hands it to Ibarra. Ibarra throws it to Bennett straight away. Bennett drives inside, spins around, gets Grafton off his feet. Wata recovers and blocks the shot. Now Sims tries his luck for a corner three, no, and the rebound picked up by Kaufman. Pels quickly into the front court. Here's Peterson. Peterson goes right down Main Street, gets fouled, and he'll be shooting two. First free throws of the game coming up for the Klamath Union Pelicans. Bryce Peterson looking for his first points.
Grafton Wata said, get that out of here.
Yeah, he's been really instrumental for the Pelicans this season. Had him on our show last night, balling in the basin. Brought him on down to Gino's Cafe as he checks out here. But Grafton, more of the silent type, but boy, is he a ball player, man. He plays hard.
Klamath Union's leading scorer, averaging 21.4 points per game. I haven't been able to do the math on his blocks, but I'm pretty sure he leads the team in that category too.
Split trip to the line for Peterson. That puts KU up 11-5. Ibarra tries to answer on the other side. The lay-in is too strong. Rebound was picked up by Bogate. Now Peterson gets it ahead for the Pels. Now back to Bogate. Bogate has it on the right side. Loses the defender for a moment, but Ibarra recovers. Now Peterson is going to get fouled by Sims. So the Pelicans will inbound at the baseline. Nope. On the far sideline. No again. All the officials are on a different page here, but it seems like we got it ready. It'll be on the baseline underneath where the Pelicans are trying to score. They will inbound. And what do we got here? Sub? All right. Roland Vanerath, the senior, checking in. Out goes Ryan Glidden. Inbound pass, tipped up and stolen by Sims. Throws it ahead to Ibarra. Ibarra dribbles it all the way up to Charlton in the corner. Finn Charlton now on the right wing. Kicks it back to Ibarra. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Ibarra pressured by Peterson. Loses it for a moment and recollects. Drives inside. It's poked free. They're going to say Peterson fouled him. And for KU, that'll be their third foul, I believe. 50 seconds to go. Oh, pardon me. Well, here's Ibarra to inbound. Quickly into Mick on the block. And ball goes out of bounds and should be Henley there keeping possession. Ibarra inbounds it to Mick. Now to Sims on the left wing. And ball again tipped out of bounds by Lassette Hankins. Klamath Union not taking the ball away, but just bothering the Hornets on this possession. Ibarra to inbound on the sideline. Has to find Montag well beyond the arc. Montag hands it back to Ibarra on the left wing. Now straight away to Charlton. Charlton puts it on the deck. Right-hand dribble now to the hands of Sims. Sims stops, head of the key. Looking for an open teammate. Finds Ibarra now straight away. Ibarra back to Sims on the left wing. Sims puts it on the deck. Now to Ibarra. Tries again from three. Hits it! Brings the Hornets within three with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. They got to find a way up the floor. Here's Peterson. Peterson brings it in, skates past the defender, and that one is on the floor. That should earn free throws for the Pelicans, as that's Henley's fifth team foul. And that'll send Peterson to the line. He's one of two so far. And that's the second foul for Sims. Pelicans coming off back-to-back losses heading into this game, although both to 5A schools. They lost to Bend back on Friday, 81-61, and Ashland on Tuesday, 62-43. Both of those road games for the Pelicans. In fact, this is their first home game since December 14th when they beat Sisters on this floor, 72-64. A couple of made free throws there for Peterson. Makes it a 5-point advantage for KU. Nolan Mick brings it up for the Hornets. Kicks it in the near corner to Charlton for three. Can't hit it. Rebound picked up by KU. That is where we will end the the first quarter, 13-8. And the Hornets behind the Pelicans in the Skyline Conference League opener on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Not corporate. At Klamath Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Klamath Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Klamath Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
After 8 minutes, the Pelicans lead the Hornets 13-8. And here we go in the second quarter. It's the Hornets who start with possession. Reese Schmerbach has it on the right wing, tries to get it to Hamilton. It's poked away by Wata. He jams it home. 6 points for Wata. His team leads by 7. Charlton throws it near corner to Schmerbach. Schmerbach has it now straight away to Sims. Sims trying to drive inside. Left elbow floater, too strong. Montag is going to get fouled, trying to go up for the rebound. And a quick foul this period for KU.
Well, this isn't the first time we've seen Grafton Wata throw one down this season. Told us he only got to where he could dunk during this past offseason.
Yeah, talking to Coach Ed Case very briefly before the game, he said Grafton has put in so much work in the offseason to just get better. And you're seeing that there. Bryson Montag takes the inbound pass, quickly fires up a shot. It's no good. And now here's Bogatay. Bogatay between his legs, guarded by Charlton. Gets it to the free throw line, kicks it out to Wata straight away. Wata tries to drive the right side. Into the hands now to Peterson, now to Bogatay straight away, near side to Lassette Hankins. Hankins guarded by Schmerbach, terminates the dribble, now near side into the hands of Vanerath. Vanerath guarded by Schmerbach, guarded tightly, now to Wata. 10 to shoot for the Pelicans, and it's poked out. It's last touched by Montag, I believe. Hornets bench going to get a warning here. They were a little bit too fired up, leaving Pelicans with only 9 to shoot off this inbound. It'll be Lassette Hankins to inbound in front of the Hornets bench. Gets it straight away to Vanerath. Vanerath over to Bogatay. Bogatay right extended wing, back to Vanerath. 3 to shoot for the Pels. Lassette Hankins, step back, deep 3, no. And a foul. No, pardon me. Shot clock violation. Ball didn't hit rim, just backboard. And so Hornets will inbound away from the basket. Hornets defense forced 3 shot clock violations in their 39-point win against Lapine back on Tuesday. Picking one up there. Here's Finn Charlton. Now to Montag on the far side. Montag kicks it far corner to Schmerbach. Schmerbach driving in. Now to Hamilton. Hamilton, free throw line jumper, can't hit. And Bogatay with the miss. Landon Bogatay crosses half court for the Pels. Now over to Peterson. Peterson tries to get it to Wata, but it's poked out by Henley. And so the Pels will inbound right underneath our broadcast station above the scorer's table in Pell Court. Wata gets it in the backcourt to Peterson, guarded by Ibarra. Peterson brings it along the right side, now to the hands of Vanerath on the wing. Vanerath bounces it to Wata, mid-range jumper rolls off. Bogatay with the rebound. Puts up a power dribble, but his shot is bothered by Henley. Hamilton with the rebound. He gets it now on the right side. Hamilton trying to go baseline, pump fakes, tries to get it to Montag, taken away by KU. Lassette Hankins lofts it ahead to Wata, up with the shot, can't get it. Bogatay follows the miss, but he also comes up empty. Here's Henley into the front court, led by Charlton. Now Schmerbach now on the left side to Ibarra straight away. Now Montag. Montag driving in the paint, kicks it to Schmerbach in the corner for 3, got it! Timeout called by the Hornets. They trail by 4. 15-11, 5:43 to go before halftime. This is Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Skyline Conference basketball continues tonight as the Klamath Union Pelicans lead the Henley Hornets 15-11. 5:40 to go in the second quarter, and KU starts with the basketball coming out of our break. Here's Peterson on the right wing. Peterson now to the hands of Lassette Hankins, kicks it near side to Vanerath. Vanerath tries to go baseline, kicks it out to Peterson, head fakes a three, tries to drive baseline, kicks it out to Glidden. Glidden back to Peterson, has it head of the key. Now to the hands of Wata, right wing. Vanerath has it now, well beyond the arc, about half court, the big KU logo. Into Lassette Hankins, kicks it near corner to Peterson for three, too strong. Rebound is picked up by Lassette Hankins, off the glass, no, and Hamilton battles for the rebound. Here's Ibarra, ahead to Montag, loses it, it's into the hands of Ryan Glidden. Peterson throws it ahead to Wata, and a whistle. And it's going to be a foul against Bryson Montag, and for him, that's his second. First foul for the Hornets this period, matches KU's total. And Malcolm Lassette Hankins to inbound in front of the KU student section. Gets it in the backcourt to Peterson. And Bryce Peterson directs a bit of traffic, throws it to Vanerath. Vanerath extended right arc, now to Wata, head of the key, triggers a triple, got it. That's a contested made three for Grafton Wata. Give him 9 points for the contest now. His team leads by 7. Bryson Montag answers on the other side with a right-handed floater. 4 points for Bryson. The score 18-13. 4:35 to go in the first half. Bryce Peterson. Peterson now over to Wata. Wata steps back. Another triple. That time back iron won't go. Lassette Hankins with the rebound and the putback. 20-13. KU leads. 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Here's Ibarra. Crosses the timeline. Ibarra throws it to the left side into the hands of Montag. Montag kicks it to Mick. Mick fakes a pass right, fires it to Schmerbach on the left side. Schmerbach goes baseline, up with the right hand and in. 5 points separate the Pels and the Hornets here halfway through the second quarter. Grafton Wata jogs it up the floor along the far sideline for the Pels. Takes it in against Mick, and a foul on the floor is going to be against Nolan Mick. Second Henley team foul this period. And for Nolan, that's his first. Subs coming in for KU. Landon Bogate checks in for Ryan Glidden. No subs in for Henley. 5 on the floor for the Hornets. Might as well give it to you. It's Ibarra, Montag, Hamilton, Mick, and Schmerbach. For the Pels, it's Peterson, Wata, Bogate, Vanerath, and Lassette Hankins. Here's Vanerath on the right wing. Now to the hands of Bogate. Bogate trying to drive the right block. He's going to travel. Tried to get through a couple of Henley defenders and just took one too many steps in doing so. And the Hornets, facing a light KU press, bring it up the floor. Micah Ibarra, met at the perimeter by Lassette Hankins. Now to Schmerbach. Schmerbach, jab step right. Drives left, kicks it out to Mick. Mick tries to go left with it, loses it. It's picked back up by Schmerbach. Schmerbach between his legs, behind his back, now over to Hamilton. Hamilton now to Ibarra, 14 to shoot for the Hornets. Ibarra has it beyond the arc, now near side to Mick. Mick pump fakes, drives inside, gets trapped, outside to Montag. Montag goes baseline, right-handed floater, no, and Wata with the rebound. Pelicans working quick on the other side. Bogate already has it all the way home for the lay-in. 4 points for Landon Bogate, and a 7-point advantage for the Pelicans with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's Mick. Mick on the left wing. Tries to drive inside. Baseline outside to Hamilton, still on the left extended arc. Hamilton drives all the way in and a whistle. And they're going to charge it, I believe, to Grafton Wata there. Second foul for KU and first for Wata. Jason Chu checking in for KU. And Bryce Peterson exits. Ibarra to inbound, gets it quickly to Montag on the block. Back outside to Ibarra and a travel. Ibarra tried to take it into the corner and just took too many steps. Malcolm Lassette-Hankins inbounds to Chu. Now back to Lassette-Hankins. Now back to Chu on the right elbow, or pardon me, right wing beyond the arc. Fields a light double team, but Mick gives it up quickly. Now to the hands of Bogatay on the right corner. Triggers a three, high arcing triple, falls for Landon Bogatay. KU now leads by 10 with 2:25 to go in the second quarter. Hamilton on the other side, right-handed floater, no, and the rebound is picked up by Bogatay. Had to wrestle it away from Hamilton, but KU comes up with the basketball. Here's Vanerath. Vanerath tried to get it to Wata on a foul. Going to charge another one to Wata likely here. Mick got a hand in there and then tripped over Wata's feet, and so there's your foul. It should be...
That's Wata's second, so he's going to check out.
This should be Henley ball here. Here we go. We got it right. They're about to give KU the ball. It is Henley's basketball here. And Ibarra to inbound in the backcourt to Schmerbach. Schmerbach will bring it up, guarded by Chu. Brings it now near side, kicks it to Mick. Mick fakes right, drives left, goes all the way in and leaves the lay-in too strong. Reese Schmerbach with the miss. Schmerbach is going to get wrapped up and fouled. And 3 quick fouls for KU. That's 4 for them this period. And the first for the junior, Jason Chu. Henley will be shooting free throws rest of the way. Minute 57 before halftime. They trail by 10. Here's Nolan Mick. Mick over to Ibarra on the left wing. Ibarra, ball high above his head, puts it on the deck. Now over to Montag on the far side. Montag driving inside, kicks it to Ibarra. Step back, triple, front iron, no. Rebound is picked up by Hamilton. Hamilton brings it back out beyond the arc. Shot clock resets for the Hornets. Here's Schmerbach, well beyond the arc, straight away. Now to Ibarra near side. Montag has it now, right corner. Throws it to Mick, loses it. Montag picks it back up, wrestles inside. He fields ton of contact and finally gets tied up. Possession arrow favors the Pelicans. Montag was getting wrapped up by 2 Pelicans there. They're not going to give him a foul. In fact, KU gets possession. Finn Charlton checks in for Bryson. And so with 1:25 to go before halftime, the 5 on the floor for Henley. It's Ibarra, Schmerbach, Mick, Hamilton, and Charlton. Here's Chu for the Pels. He's joined by Lassette-Hankins, Bogatay, along with Kaufman and Vanerath. Here's Bogatay now on the far side. Bogatay has it straight away. Now to Chu. Chu thought about a 3, then throws it to Lassette-Hankins. Hankins now back to Kaufman. Now Vanerath. Vanerath puts it on the deck, trips, and is going to travel. He took a screen going left. Schmerbach jumped the screen and forced him into a travel. And so Finn Charlton will inbound. The Pelicans pressing here on defense. The inbound goes to Corbin Hamilton, rifles it ahead to Schmerbach. Schmerbach outnumbered in transition. He'll put on pause. Now to Charlton. Charlton to Ibarra, left wing, bounces it underneath to Schmerbach. Schmerbach brings it back out into the corner, finds Mick on the elbow. Mick trying to back down Lassette-Hankins. In fact, will bring it out beyond the arc. Now kicks it to Schmerbach. Schmerbach takes a Charlton screen right, has it straight away. Now to the hands of Ibarra. 12 to shoot for the Hornets. Ibarra, another step back 3. This time he hits it. 6 points for Ibarra, all on made triples. His team trails 25-18. Shot clock is off here before halftime. 25 seconds to go. Lassette-Hankins has it. Now to Bogatay. Bogatay dribbles a 3 and got it. Second 3 for Bogatay, and KU back up by 10. 15 seconds. Here's Mick. Mick dribbles it up. Now goes baseline. The shot off the glass, no. KU gets the rebound with 6 seconds. Lassette-Hankins brings it up to half court now with 3. He's going to step into a long triple. Won't get it. And we will head to halftime with Henley trailing Klamath Union 28-18. This is the Skyline Conference season opener. This is Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you at halftime at Klamath Union High School for the Skyline Conference League opener between the Hornets and the Pelicans. After 16 minutes, it is the Pelicans who lead Henley 28-18. We'll go ahead and run down the leading scorers for both teams, and we'll start with the guys in front, the Pelicans, who are led in scoring by Landon Bogate with 10 points. Grafton Wata has 9, 4 for Malcolm Lassett-Hankins, 3 for Bryce Peterson, and 2 for Ryan Glidden. For Henley, a couple of guys with 6, Reese Schmerbach and Micah Ibarra each with 6 points, 4 for Bryson Montag and 2 for Corbin Hamilton. Again, 28-18 our score at halftime. And both teams are playing each other quite evenly. I feel like there's not necessarily a clear edge that KU has found so far, but they're still up by 10.
Yeah, I think those last 2 minutes played out in about the best case scenario for Klamath Union. Grafton Wata picks up his second foul, puts Henley into the bonus. He has to come out. Chance for Henley to get on a run there and cut it into a 10-point lead, but as you can see, Klamath Union maintains that 10-point lead heading into halftime, doesn't even commit another foul.
Yeah, both teams shooting the ball well from three-point land as well. Landon Bogate's made 2 triples. Grafton Wata has 1 of his own. Micah Ibarra's made 2 3-pointers. Reese Schmerbach has 1 for himself as well. So both teams are shooting the long ball fairly well, but it's been really in the paint where Klamath Union has had some advantage. Grafton Wata obviously threw down that dunk. He's been good on the block, and you can tell Klamath Union has the height advantage, and I think they're using that on the boards here early too.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that one of the impressions that we got when we saw Klamath Union at the Wairika Invitational to open the season back in the first week of December. I think this team has the athleticism and the height to hang with just about anybody in the conference. Their main problems have really just been turnovers, and we haven't seen a lot of that from them in the first half.
They've done a good job of beating Henley's press. They find themselves up by 10. Again, 28-18, the score. KU leading Henley. This is one of 2 games going on in the Skyline Conference tonight. Hidden Valley on the road against Phoenix this evening. Unable to give you a score update there, but those are the 2 teams that are towards the top of the conference as we enter league play. You take a look at their non-league slate. Hidden Valley 13th in the state. Phoenix number 19. These according to the OSAA computer rankings. Hidden Valley 8-4. Phoenix 6-5. And that should be a good game as well. Of course, the Hornets, they continue the league slate on Saturday when the Pirates from Phoenix come our way. A little bit of afternoon basketball there, 3:30 and 5. The starts for the Lady Hornets and the boys again at 5. Speaking of the Lady Hornets, pretty convincing win against KU on this floor earlier tonight. For those of you who might have missed, but 74-36 was the final score there.
Yeah, absolutely. Great start to Skyline Conference play for the Henley girls. Look to continue that on Saturday against Phoenix.
Got a couple minutes left before halftime is concluded. So we'll step aside one last time. Again, score at halftime, 28-18. Klamath Union is in front. You've got us right here on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Also free HD video on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
It's a wonderful night for basketball here in downtown Klamath Falls at Klamath Union High School. Two rivals going at it tonight. The Henley Hornets taking on the Pelicans at halftime. Score 28-18 for a rivalry game. Always see a lot of friendly faces in the gym here tonight. See the new head for the CTE program down there for Klamath Union, Mr. Adam Randall, former Henley baseball coach. Helped lead him to a state championship game in 2019, now donning the white and red. Maybe conflicted here tonight a little bit. Also, big shout out to one of our employees here at Basin Media Active. Saw Dick North in attendance tonight, was a salesperson for us for 25 years. So I always want to give a shout out to Dick when I see him. And it's always great when you get these rivalries in action. We get this game 3 times this year in the new look Skyline Conference. Pels will play I guess Pels and Henley will play everybody 3 times this year. It's going to be a fun one. Just getting started tonight, and as we near the end of halftime, again, the score 28-18. Klamath Union is in front. Their leading scorer, Landon Bogate, with 10. Grafton Wata's got 9. Henley, in the meantime, Reese Smerbach, Mike Ibarra, each with 6 as we get ready for the third quarter. Always a game of adjustments, something Coach Ed Case has been good out through his 7 years with Klamath Union High School. Was the Skyline Conference Coach of the Year in 2021. Brian Stock, in his first season as a head coach of the boys basketball team here at Henley, was the JV coach last year. He's coached the softball team for a number of seasons. He's no stranger to the role of the head coach. but looking to pick up his first Skyline Conference League win for these guys as they start with the basketball. It's Schmerbach, Ibarra, Mick, Hamilton, and Montag on the floor for the Hornets. Here's Mick on the far side. Brings it now head of the key, guarded by Peterson. Mick brings it along, skates all the way to the rim, too strong on the lay-in. And Bogatay cleans up the miss for KU. He's out there with Peterson, Wata, Lassett Hankins, and Glidden. Here's Peterson now well beyond the arc, straight away. Peterson skips it to the near side to Lassett Hankins. Lassett Hankins puts it on the deck, throws it far side to Bogatay. Bogatay now in the corner to Peterson. Peterson with 16 to shoot, finds Bogatay, kicks it to Wata, right wing. Now to Peterson. Peterson drives the left lane, up off the glass and in, and KU strikes first in the second half, and they extend their lead now to 12. 7:14 to go in the third quarter. Here's Corbin Hamilton. Hamilton hands it to Ibarra for three. No, and the rebound goes to Bogatay. Bogatay fires it ahead to Peterson in the front court for KU. Back to Bogatay. Bogatay guarded by Mick. Head of the key. Now to Glidden. Glidden throws it over to Lassett Hankins. Now to Peterson. Peterson into the hands of Wata. Right wing. Throws it to Bogatay. Bogatay tries to go along the left lane as well. Goes up with the shot. Front iron no, and the rebound picked up by Hamilton. Ahead to Mick. Mick fires it ahead to Ibarra on the left wing. Ibarra back to Hamilton. Hamilton dribbles right with it. Gets around Glidden, loses the ball, and the loose ball is picked up by the Pels. They've got numbers 3-on-1 in transition, but Lassett Hankins can't hit the lay-in. Now the Hornets have numbers coming the other way, but they'll slow it down. Here's Schmerbach. Schmerbach has it on the left wing. Throws it head of the key to Hamilton. Hamilton guarded by Glidden, hands it off to Mick. Mick takes a Montag screen right, has it on the elbow. Now to the hands of Ibarra in the corner. Bounces it underneath to Montag. Montag back to Ibarra, along two. Will not go. Montag with the follow, misses the putback, gets his own miss, back up and in. Bryson Montag, 6 points for him. His team trails by 10, 30-20. Under 6 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Peterson throws it over to Wata. Wata guarded tightly by Montag, tries to get around him, and a foul is going to be called on the floor. Charge it to Montag, and that is his third. First for Henley this period. And some subs coming in for Henley. It'll be Carson Sims in for Bryson Montag. No subs for KU. Peterson to inbound, gets it to Bogatay. Bogatay trapped on the block, fires up a shot that won't go. Ibarra cleans up the miss. Ibarra brings it into the front court for Henley, tries to take it in himself, and he gets fouled. He'll be shooting a couple of free throws. Micah Ibarra led the team in scoring in the Henley win over Lapine back on Tuesday. An 80-41 win for the Hornets. Saw Ibarra score 16 points with 4 made triples. Here's his first free throw. It's good. So far today, that's Micah's 7th point. His only made field goals have been from long range. Trying to make it an 8-point game, and does with a made free throw. 30-22, 5:40 to go in the third. Here's Peterson into the front court for KU. Brings it head of the key. Terminates the dribble, now to Wata on the wing. Wata throws it to Lassett Hankins. Lassett Hankins gets around Schmerbach, drives all the way in. Right-handed floater, no. Ball goes out. Last touched by Henley. And so KU will inbound on the baseline underneath the basket. Lassett Hankins inbounds quickly to Glidden on the block. Turnaround jumper's good. Back up to a 10-point lead for KU. 5:18 to go in the third. Here's Mick into the front court. Mick switches to a left-hand dribble, tries to get it out to Ibarra. It's stolen by the Pelicans. Lassett Hankins to cross the timeline for KU, lofts it underneath to Glidden, kicks it out to Bogatay, who drives and loses it. Schmerbach picks up the loose ball. Here comes Henley. Schmerbach, left-handed dribble, goes all the way in, gets fouled, and Reese Schmerbach heads to the line for a pair. Reese has been solid at the free throw line this season. Look back to Henley's game against Banks on Saturday, and he had 6 points all at the free throw line. Schmerbach misses that one. And a sub coming in for KU. Jason Chu checks in, and Bryson Montag in for Nolan Mick and the Hornets. Trying to make it a single-digit margin, a free throw pending for Schmerbach. That one is no good. Montag collects the miss, throws it over to Sims from way downtown. He got it! A 23-footer for Carson Sims brings the Hornets within 8. Within 7, 32-25, 4:40 to go in the third. Grafton Wata tries to answer with a three of his own, no, and Montag with the miss. Here's Ibarra bringing it up for Henley. Ibarra throws it to Schmerbach. Schmerbach back to Ibarra. Pump fakes a three, drives inside, and a whistle. Away from the ball. Charge the foul, I believe, to Jason Chu. It's his second and third for KU this period. Finn Charlton checking in the game for Henley, and he'll check in for Micah. And Coach Case is going to call time before the inbound. His Pelicans lead Henley 32-25, 4:28 to go in the third quarter in the Skyline Conference season opener on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Nearly halfway through the third quarter, the Hornets trail 32-25, but they've got the basketball coming out of the break. Here's Corbin Hamilton on the left block, goes to work inside, right-handed, hook shot is in for Corbin Hamilton, 4 points, and Henley back within 5. 4:14 to go in the third quarter. Here's Lassette Hankins ahead for KU. Throws it to Jason Chu off a screen, well beyond the arc. Now to Bogate, head of the key, guarded by Sims. Bogate tries to take a screen left, and it's poked away by Sims. Sims has it, trying to take it in against Bogate. Pump fakes, kicks it out to Charlton. Charlton on the right arc, extended. Bounce it underneath to Montag. Montag feeds Hamilton, cutting to the rim, and one. Corbin Hamilton taking it strong to the cup, scoring, and fights through the contact. Charge the foul to Landon Bogate. That's his second, KU's fifth. And so Henley will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. 3:50 to go in the third. Micah Ibarra checks in for Schmerbach, and as he heads to the bench, trying to fire up his guys. Hornets trying to make it a a 2-point game rather, with a free throw here from Corbin. Rattles out. Lassette Hankins with the board. Gets it ahead to Wata. Wata met at the arc by Montag. Drives all the way in, and Wata gets fouled. He'll shoot two. Grafton Wata with 9 first-half points and a made triple, although these his first free throws of the contest. Fourth foul for Montag, too. He's going to check out. We likely won't see him again until the fourth quarter. Nolan Mick into the game now as Wata hits the first of his 2 free throws. And it's the second. 11 points for Wata. His team back up by 5. Micah Ibarra into the front court. Ibarra has it, head of the key, left unguarded, and then throws it to Sims. Sims dribbles up to the arc, now to Mick, to Ibarra in the corner. Ibarra throws it back to Charlton. Charlton driving inside, out to Mick. Mick takes a screen right, loses it. Ball picked up by Ibarra, thrown to Sims, catch and shoot 3, you bet! Carson Sims answers the call, Henley within 2. Jason Chu brings it into the front court for KU. Throws it to Lassette Hankins. Steps left, drives right, throws it outside to Vanerath. Saves it from going out of bounds. Drives inside, loses it again, and the Hornets have it. Hamilton trying to get out into the break. Brings it inside and then back out into the corner. Hornets offense resets. Here's Mick on the block. Mick driving inside for the tie. He got it, and the foul. Henley surging here in the third quarter, tied up at 34, and Mick a chance for the lead. Mick's free throw rattles out. Free throw tipped out of bounds. Hornets keep possession. They'll have a full shot clock and a tie ball game. 2:53 to go in the third. Ibarra to inbound. And a timeout is called by Coach Brian Stock. Will take it. Again, tied at 34. 2:53 to go in the third. Skyline Conference season opener continues on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Henley Hornets on a 16-4 run to pull this game back even in the third quarter. 2:53 to go, tied at 34. 5 coming out for the Hornets. Finn Charlton, Corbin Hamilton, Carson Sims, Micah Ibarra, and Nolan Mick. For the Pels, it's Peterson, Vanerath, Glidden, Lassett Hankins, and Wata. Here we go. Inbound pass to Sims in the corner. Now to Mick. Mick into the hands of Ibarra, and a whistle. Sims setting an illegal screen. And this gives KU the ball. For Sims, that's his third. Third for the team as well this period. And sub coming in for Carson Sims. Reese Schmerbach back out onto the floor. Lassett Hankins to inbound. He gets it to Peterson. Hornets on a light press, but Peterson brings it up uncontested, met at the arc by Schmerbach, now into the hands of Vanerath. Vanerath guarded tightly by Charlton, well beyond the arc, into the hands of Wata. Wata tries to drive right, and he's fouled. Much to the chagrin of the Henley supporters behind us, Wata got fouled on the drive. One more foul gives the Pelicans free throws. Hornets already in the bonus. Inbound pass to Lassett Hankins. Now to Wata straight away. Wata, jab step left, goes right, tries for the floater. It is no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Wata. Here we go. Henley to inbound. Schmerbach to do the honor at the baseline. Henley's got to get moving. Here's now to Charlton on the inbound, ahead to Mick. Henley beats the press. Mick into the front court. 2:21 to go in the third, tied at 34. Mick to Ibarra, dribbles left, kicks it back out to Schmerbach. Schmerbach has it, head of the key, takes a screen right and a foul. And this one's going against Charlton. No, it's going against Vanerath. This should earn free throws for the Hornets. It was Vanerath and Charlton who got tied up with each other. And the Hornets, the beneficiary of that one. Charlton shooting 2. Finn Charlton of Hornets fame after a buzzer-beating shot against Lakeview earlier in the season. Hasn't had an outstanding performance since then, but he's been consistent. Knocking down shots when he gets them, coming off the bench. Made his first free throw. His second one rattles out. Henley did take the lead, 35-34. 2:08 to go in the third. Here's Wata trying to answer, drives all the way in, bullies his way to the cup and scores. KU takes the lead back, 36-35, under 2 to go in the third. Here's Charlton. Charlton, now to Mick. Mick at the free throw line, kicks it into the corner to Hamilton. Hamilton beyond the arc, back to Mick on the block. Mick, pump fake, spins around, tries to find an open player. Now Charlton head of the key. Charlton spins around to his right, kicks it out to Schmerbach. Schmerbach head fakes a 3. Now to Ibarra. Ibarra, right elbow jumper, back iron no, and the rebound picked up by KU. Here's Peterson. Peterson into the front court, takes a screen right, throws it to Wata. Back to Peterson, back to Wata, now into the corner to Lassett Hankins. Ball high above his head, throws it to Wata, guarded by Mick. Back to Lassett Hankins, he triggers a 3, rattles out. And the rebound picked up by Charlton. Throws it ahead to Schmerbach. Schmerbach in the corner to Mick. Mick driving inside, right-hand floater, off the glass, no. Gets his own miss, back up and in. Henley reclaims the lead, 37-36, a minute to go in the third. Here's Peterson bringing it up for KU. Into the hands of Wata, loses it for a moment but recollects. Now tries to go baseline with it. Steps to the cup and scores.
Oh, that was smooth.
KU reclaims the lead for themselves, 38-37, 42 seconds to go. Here's Mick. Mick has it head of the key, now to Ibarra. Ibarra, guarded by Lassette Hankins, now to Mick. Mick steps back, throws it to Schmerbach. Underneath to Ibarra, cutting to the rim, has it knocked free. Possession stays with the Hornets. And shot clock is off, although I don't think the shot clock really should be off. Shot clock shouldn't reset if the ball just went out of bounds either. And that's what our officials here on the near side are talking about, I'm sure. Craig Connor, Jeff Sturgeon trying to work out the shot clock. They're going to set it to 14, it looks like. So about 11 seconds separate shot and game clock here in the third quarter. Henley trails by 1. Ibarra to inbound. Ibarra has to get it to somebody, and that's a 5-second violation. Good inbound defense for the Pels, and now they'll get the ball back with the shot clock off and a chance to extend their lead that before the end of the third quarter. Inbound pass goes to Wata, brings it along the far sideline. Met at the arc by Mick, bounces it near side to Bogate. Bogate back outside to Lassette Hankins. Free throw line jumper for Lassette Hankins, splash. Hornets now with 12 to try to answer. They trail by 3. Now 9 seconds. Schmerbach loses it. It's off the foot of Peterson. And so Henley with 6 6/10 of a second will have to draw up a play coming off the inbound. Try to get a shot. Schmerbach to inbound. Gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton whips it to Mick. Now 5 seconds. Back to Schmerbach off a screen. Schmerbach driving inside. He is going to foul. And that is going to earn Klamath Union free throws with 7/10 of a second. At least it should. Did we miss it? Klamath Union not getting the free throws they rightfully earned there. And that will end the third quarter. Klamath Union up 40-37, 8 minutes to go to decide this one. We'll be back on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
It's the fourth quarter, and the Hornets trail the Pelicans 40-37. Ready to get going. The 5 on the floor for Henley. Schmerbach, Ibarra, Montag, Hamilton, and Sims. For KU, it's Peterson, Bogate, Glidden, Lassette Hankins, and Wata. A missed quick shot from Lassette Hankins. Glidden follows the miss. His putback is offline. Now here come the Hornets. Into the hands of Sims. Sims gets Wata to jump. Tough bucket for Carson Sims. Brings the Hornets back within 1. 40-39, 7.5 to go. Here's Peterson. Peterson is going to travel. Hornets a chance at the league. Schmerbach comes off the court limping. We're going to get a sub in and hope that Reese is okay. He heads straight to the bench. Nolan Mick checks in his stead. All right, Ibarra into the front court for the Hornets, trailing by 1. Montag throws it over to Sims. Sims fakes left, drives right, left elbow jumper, front iron no, and Bogatay with the rebound. Throws it ahead to Peterson. Now to Bogatay. He'll bring it up for KU. Back to Peterson. Peterson back to Bogatay. Now into the corner to Wata. Wata throws it into no man's land. It's picked up by Mick. Race to the cup. Mick is going to travel. Tried to pump fake to get Lassett Hankins off his feet, but dragged his own feet. And that's the travel. Inbound pass goes to Peterson. Peterson along the near side. Throws it to Wata. Has it poked free by Montag. Scramble for the ball. Out of bounds. It's Henley's ball. Micah Ibarra to inbound. Gets it to Sims in the backcourt. Back to Ibarra. Ibarra skips it underneath to Hamilton. It's a loose ball. Out of bounds it goes. Hornets maintain possession. It'll be the Hornets to inbound. Ibarra in front of the fans on the floor here at KU. 6:47 to go, a 1-point ball game. Ibarra looking for somebody, and what do we got? Timeout called by Coach Stock. We'll take it. 6:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Henley trails 40-39 in the Skyline Conference season opener on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. Join back with you in the fourth quarter, already in action. Bryson Montag gets fed and scores. Henley back in front, 41-40. 6:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Peterson and the Pelicans. Into the hands of Wata on the right wing. Wata puts it on the deck, drives to the elbow, has it poked free. Sims gets the loose ball. Sims ahead, all the way home to score. Hornets up by 3, 43-40, 6:18 to go. Here's Peterson. Peterson guarded by Sims. Sims back to Bogatay. The Hornets another takeaway. Here's Montag. Montag all the way in, and a foul on the shot. Bryson Montag headed to the line. It's a shame. I couldn't quite see who took that foul. I think it was Peterson who tried to stand in there for the block. If he hadn't done that, Wata was trailing and had the block. Doesn't matter though. The foul happened first, and Montag earns free throws for his effort. Got the first. Montag making his first free throw of the night. Give him 9 points as Roland Vanerath checks in for Landon Bogatay. By the way, Peterson, after picking up that foul, now playing with 4 the rest of the way. Montag's second free throw is no good. Vanerath with the miss. Now to Peterson. Peterson ahead to Lassett Hankins. Lassett Hankins back to Peterson. Peterson to Vanerath. Ball goes out of bounds. Another miscue for the Pelicans. And another turnover. Coach Case calls time. We'll stick with you through this timeout with 5:59 to go in the fourth quarter, and Henley leading 44-40. Henley's defense applying pressure on the arc, and KU can't seem to find a way around it.
The turnover problem coming back for the Pelicans at the worst possible time here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's about 3 turnovers on 3 consecutive possessions for the Pels, who started this half leading by 10, now find themselves down by 4. While we have a moment, want to remind you that tonight's broadcast on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com is brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com, or you can order on DoorDash.
Klamath Union took a 30-18 lead early in the third quarter. Since then, it's 26-10 Henley.
5 on the floor for KU coming out of the break. It's Wata, Vanerath, Peterson, Lassett, Hankins, and Glidden. For Henley, it's Sims, Ibarra, Mick, Montag, and Hamilton. And the Hornets inbound to Ibarra in the backcourt. He crosses the timeline. Now to the hands of Mick, head of the key. Mick drives right, feeds Montag, cutting to the rim. Montag is fouled on the floor. Thought he might have traveled, but he actually got tied up by Vanerath. That's his second foul, second for KU this period. And Ibarra to inbound to the baseline. Ibarra has to get it to somebody and gets it to Mick, head of the key. Mick now to Sims. Sims tried to get it to Montag. Loose ball saved from going out of bounds by Mick, but right into the hands of Wata. Wata all the way in, can't get the lay-in. And a whistle on the rebound on the floor. Charge this foul to Sims, and that'll be his first for Henley this period. KU to inbound to the baseline. It'll be Lassett Hankins. Henley up by 4, 5:34 to go. Quick inbound to Wata, and he scores 2. Splits the lead in half. Here's Mick bringing it up for the Hornets. Mick brings it up along the left extended arc. Fakes a pass right, then finds Ibarra. Ibarra hands it to Sims. Sims gets tied up, loses it, picks it back up. Now to Ibarra. Ibarra for 3. Rolls off the rim, no. Glidden with the miss. Now here's to Wata. Pels can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Wata drives all the way in, and a whistle, foul, and 1. Charge the foul to Nolan Mick. Wata ties us, and a chance to give his team the lead with a made free throw. Sims heads to the bench, and Schmerbach checks in. Wata is 2 for 2 at the line so far. Has 17 points. Trying to give his team a late lead. He does.
And that is exactly who Klamath Union needed to step up. Down 4, 5 straight points from Wata.
Wata in this half has 11 points. The rest of his team combined with 6. He's been the real key factor this second half for KU as they battle back to take the lead, 45-44 with 5:05 to go in the ball game. It's been back and forth. It's lived up to the billing tonight, this rivalry game to open the conference slate. It's what we play for. It's been a good one. 5 on the floor for Henley coming out of the pause. It's Montag, Mick, Ibarra, Schmerbach, and Hamilton. For KU, it's Glidden, Vanerath, Peterson, Wata, and Lassett Hankins. Here's Hamilton. Brings it along the floor on the far sideline. Kicks it to Ibarra. Ibarra, shovel pass to Mick. Well beyond the arc on the right side. Brings it around head of the key. Mick. Now to Montag. Now to Ibarra. Ibarra throws it to Hamilton. Hamilton puts it on the deck. Drives inside. Spin around. 10-foot jumper. Hangs on the rim. Does not go. Ryan Glidden with the rebound. And KU brings it up. Lassett Hankins along the far side of the floor. Now to Peterson. Peterson guarded by Schmerbach well beyond the arc. Kicks it to Wata. Feeds Lassett Hankins for a catch-and-shoot 3. Can't hit. Rebound is battled for underneath. Won by Vanerath. Goes back up with the shot. No. And Hamilton cleans up the miss. Here's Ibarra into the front court for Henley. Bouncing it into the corner to Mick. Mick feeds Ibarra beyond the arc. Drives inside. Right-handed floater from 10. Too strong. Mick with the miss. Put back up and in. Henley back up in front, 46-45, halfway through the final quarter. Peterson directing traffic for KU, crosses half court into the hands of Wata on the left side. Wata drives left, goes baseline, lays it up, it doesn't go. Wata gets his own miss, back up with the shot, he's fouled. Coach Stock voicing his frustration with the officials tonight. Seems like everybody's had a gripe at one point or another this evening. It's been a physical contest, and Wata to the line for 2. Makes his first. That makes him 4 for 4 at the line tonight, and one more on the way to try to give his team back the lead. He hits it. Klamath Union back up in front, 47-46, 3:50 to go. Here's Ibarra jogging across the stripe for Henley. To Schmerbach in the corner. Schmerbach drives inside, brings it back out beyond the arc, now to the hands of Mick. Mick is going to get fouled by Schmerbach setting the illegal screen. I think he didn't quite have his feet set. And so KU will get the ball.
And crucially, that is the fourth foul called against Henley.
A lot of time left. 3:39 to go. KU's only committed 2 team fouls. Here's Peterson. Peterson throws it to Vanerath. Vanerath tries to go baseline, spins back outside to Peterson, can't control the pass, out of bounds it goes, and the Hornets get the basketball back. Schmerbach to inbound on the far sideline, ahead to Ibarra. Ibarra jogs to the near side, between his legs, throws it to Schmerbach, kicks it to Montag. Montag dumps it underneath to Mick on the block. Mick back to Montag. Montag through a double team, turns it over. Lassett Hankins with the takeaway. KU leads by 1, 3:13 to go. Lassett Hankins throws it to Wata. Wata guarded by Mick. Now to Peterson. Peterson picked up by Schmerbach, brings it along the right side, tries to go baseline, spins around, kicks it out. Loose ball picked up by Schmerbach. Schmerbach outnumbered in transition, has it poked free. Lassett Hankins gets the ball back. Lassett Hankins brings it into the front court. Underhand pass to Vanerath, into the paint, up with the shot. He got it. KU up by 3, 2:45 to go. To Mick in the front court, back to Schmerbach. Schmerbach feels the pressure, hands it to Ibarra, straight away. Ibarra terminates the dribble, underneath to Montag. Montag is going to charge. Vanerath falling at little to no contact there and drawing the foul.
Oh, Henley is peeved about that one, to say the least.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and they've got a gripe. Coach Stock coming out on the floor to voice his frustrations. The student section behind us letting themselves be known. And a tight ball game, calls like that become ever more important, and crucially as well, that's Montag's 5th. He's done. Bryson exits with 9 points. Checking in was Finn Charlton. KU up by 3. They've got the basketball. 2:27 to go. Here's Peterson. Peterson to Wata. Wata thought about a 3. Drives inside. Contested right elbow jumper goes. KU back up in front by 5. Here's Henley. Finn Charlton hands it off to Mick. Mick tries to go left with it. Back out beyond the arc, now to Schmerbach at half court. Schmerbach hands it to Ibarra, loses it for a moment, recollects, drives inside, goes up, reverse layup, he's fouled, and so Ibarra heading to the line for 2. Micah Ibarra with 8 points in the ball game today. He had 6 in the first half. He has 2 made free throws in this half. The sophomore toes the line. Hits the first. Another one coming up for Ibarra. Stares down the rim. The free throw's good. And timeout is called. We've got one last timeout. We'll take it. 1:59 to go in the fourth quarter. Henley trails by 3. 51-48. The conclusion comes next on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get
Josh Eldridge and Matt Bowling back with you near a conclusion of the Skyline Conference League opener. The Henley Hornets trail the Klamath Union Pelicans by 3. 51-48, 1:59 to go. The KU student section active on the other side, skipping around the bleachers. I don't know how many times they've broken the bleachers over there doing that, but I've seen the photos. It's at least once a season. All right, here we go. KU starts with the ball, and again, they're up by 3. Peterson back to Lassett Hankins in the backcourt. Henley trying to press, trying to communicate who's guarding who. Here's Wata. Wata drives it inside. The Pels almost lose it. They'll hold on to it. The ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Henley. They'll inbound to the baseline. Peterson inbounds to Wata. Wata tries to go baseline, guarded by Mick, and a whistle. He charges. Nolan Mick in the way of the drive. And a turnover. Wata picks up his 3rd, 4th team foul for KU. And that'll mean the Hornets are shooting free throws the rest of the way. Both teams effectively in the bonus here. 1:43 to go. Hornets trail by 3. Into the front court is Ibarra. Ibarra feeds Charlton. Can he tie? No, the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Wata. Wow. So Craig Connor comes in and overrules the call, and they're going to give KU the basketball. The far side official overruling the guy near the floor, and KU gets it back.
I think that may have been the correct call. Wasn't quite. Who was it that was in there with Wata?
I don't quite know, but Wata reached over him to bat that one out, in my opinion. Regardless, here's Lassett Hankins, head of the key. Tries to drive inside against Ibarra. Throws it now to Wata, left extended wing. 1:14 to go. KU up by 3. Here's Wata. KU content to drain the clock. Here's Lassett Hankins. Lassett Hankins for 3. The dagger won't go. Rebound is picked up by Lassett Hankins. His shot put back up and in is good. Under a minute to go, and back up by 5 is the Pelicans. They try to answer. Schmerbach along the near side. Goes in. Up with the shot. No. And the rebound picked up by Peterson. They've got to foul him. A tie-up. Possession will favor the Hornets. They're still alive. Schmerbach to inbound. Gets it to Hamilton. Hamilton to Charlton. Charlton in the corner to Ibarra for 3. Got it! Back within 2. A clutch triple from Micah Ibarra. 53-51. 38 seconds to go. And maybe the biggest shot of the night so far to keep the Hornets within distance. Whew.
Let's see just how far Klamath Union decides to take the clock down on this possession. Or if Henley decides to put them on the free throw line to give themselves time.
Yeah, KU shot the free throws well tonight. Let's see, I'm going to try to do some quick math real quick. They are 9 of 10 at the line as a team tonight. And so Grafton Wata has most of those. He shot 5 free throws, and made them all. And other guy to shoot free throws is Bryce Peterson. Could try to be selective about it, potentially. But big decisions for the first-year head coach, Brian Stock, on the near sideline. It'll be KU's ball coming out of the break. They can go for the steal. They can choose to foul. They can try to wait it out. Does Henley have any more timeouts?
By my count, they have 1.
Okay. 5 on the floor for the Hornets. Ibarra, Schmerbach, Hamilton, Mick, and Charlton. 5 on the floor for KU. Malcolm Lassett Hankins, Ryan Glidden, Roland Vanerath, Bryce Peterson, and Grafton Wata. KU to start with the ball away from their basket. Inbound pass goes to Vanerath. They trap him in the corner, and a pass intended for Wata is going to result in contact, and Mick is hit with a foul. And so you're going to send about the only guy you don't want to the line for Grafton Wata. That also spells the end of the night for Nolan Mick. Got to hope for a miss here as Carson Sims checks back into the game for Mick. Second Hornet to foul out there. Wata perfect from the line tonight. He is 5 of 5, and he misses the first. Hornets got to get a rebound if Wata winds up missing this one. Wata's second free throw is also offline. Hornets with the board. They trail by 2. Shot clock is off. Into the corner to Sims for 3. The lead. No, the rebound is battled for and won by KU. They've got a foul. Lassette Hankins fires it ahead to Wata. And Wata is going to get fouled at half court. And Wata will head to the free throw line. Hornets not out of this one yet, except for Sims fouling out. His night is done. Sims fouls out with 10 points, all in the second half. And so Schmerbach will re-enter the ball game. He's been in there. It's Sam Bennett who checks in instead. Hornets down to near the end of their bench here. They trail by 2. Wata's got a couple of free throws on the way. He missed both of his previous 2 attempts that could have shored up the game. Big one's on the way for Wata. The first one's offline. Trying to sink a clutch free throw to put his team up by 3. Wata's second free throw is good. KU up by 3. Final possession, 17 seconds to go. Ahead to Bennett. Bennett back to Ibarra. Ibarra brings it up. Now 10 to shoot. Ibarra backs out beyond the arc. Fires a triple to tie. No. Hornets get the rebound. Back to Schmerbach from the corner for 3. No. And that will be the ball game. Klamath Union with a Skyline Conference season opener, 54-51. We'll be back with some post-game coverage after this on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Another Skyline Conference Classic played at the Hardwood at Pell Court, and this time it's the Pelicans who come away victorious 54-51. Leading scorers tonight for Klamath Union, 25 from the leading scorer all season long, Grafton Wata. He was helped out by Landon Bogate with 10 points. 8 for Malcolm Lassett-Hankins. 5 from Bryce Peterson. 4 from Ryan Glidden. And 2 from Roland Vanerath. For the Henley Hornets, their leading scorer was Micah Ibarra. 13 points for the sophomore. He was joined by a fellow sophomore, Carson Sims, with 10. Bryson Montag had 9. 6 for Corbin Hamilton, Nolan Mick, and Reese Schmerbach, and 1 point on a made free throw for Finn Charlton as the Hornets exit Pelican country in heartbreaking fashion in a 3-point loss.
This is Klamath Union's first win over Henley since the summer 2021 season. It snaps a 6-game losing streak against the Hornets. I mean, this is a potential pivotal win as far as the entire season goes for KU. I mean, to pull one out like this, despite really having giving Henley myriad opportunities to tie or take the lead. I mean, there were plenty of times Klamath Union could have lost this game, but again, to hold on, I think this is a big growth game for this team. I mean, we talked about, I mean, 4-7 coming into this one. There weren't really any wins that they could hang their hat on. I mean, they beat Brookings Harbor, 3A team at the Wairika Invitational. They beat Sisters, another 3A team. North Valley, another 3A team. Again, Dallas, a very bad 5A team. So to get this win against a conference rival, and again, for the first time ever that these seniors have beaten Henley. I think this a pivotal result for Klamath Union.
Now on the flip side, the Hornets, like you said, they had plenty of chances. For an inexperienced team to have been down 10 at halftime, take the lead multiple times. I think they led by as many as 4 at one point. I could be off there, but man, they were able to come back through some adversity. They had some guys foul out at the end, some guys who I think would have liked to have the ball maybe in their hands in the final minutes. Bryson Montag, Nolan Mick, and Carson Sims. 3 guys who scored a boatload of points tonight for the Hornets, all without them to end the game, and you wind up losing this one by 3.
Yeah, Carson Sims, I thought especially, played really well tonight, especially in crunch time. I mean, you're talking about a guy who started the season with the JV team.
Yeah.
He has really come into his own.
Yeah, a couple of made triples, some made twos, all in the second half. He had 10 points, just unfortunately fouling out in the final few minutes of this game. I think the Hornets, this is going to sting for tonight. You're going to have to think about it a little bit tomorrow, but you don't got a whole lot of time to sit and think about it because you're back in action on Saturday.
Yeah, against a Phoenix team that
might be a favorite.
Might be the favorite in the Skyline Conference.
Yeah, they got a lot of height. So that game is 5 o'clock for the fellas. Ladies play before that at 3:30 on Saturday here on mybasin.com. Only the boys' game will be broadcast on radio, but of course the video will be free as always as well. And Klamath Union improving to 1-0 in conference play. Henley falling to 0-1. The one other game going on tonight that we don't have a final score for was Phoenix and Hidden Valley doing battle in Jackson County. But again, if you check out the scores on osaa.org, you can find all the results there. Before we head off the air tonight, Matt, any final thoughts?
Man, if the rest of the Skyline Conference campaign is like this, it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Glad that you're along for the ride with us this season, all season long for Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Want to again thank some of the folks who make tonight's broadcast possible. All 4 head coaches we worked with tonight. We'll start with the ladies. John Nahar for the Pelicans, Randy Denson for the Hornets. Both boys head coaches, Mr. Ed Case for the Pelicans and Brian Stock for the Hornets, as well as the athletic director at the gym. Tyler Baker here at Klamath Union High School, always fantastic to work with and giving us our nice little perch here above Pell Court. Thank you as well for tagging along with us tonight in the Skyline Conference season opener. The Lady Hornets won their game 74-36. The fellas dropping this one 54-51. For my partner Matt Bowling, I'm Josh Eldridge. Good night from Klamath Union High School.